Greetings and salutations. Quiz here again with another episode of But Will It Snipe? Today is going to be the M13B. Now, it is a weaker and less accurate version of the M4, essentially. It's not actually a M4, but it feels that way. And this is by all, wait, hold on. This is by all metrics, because when we go to the firing range, I go in here, as soon as it decides it wants to, there we go. Go to semi-automatic. Five shots. The M4 had arguably less shots. I think the M4 had like 3, and then with the 50 cal it had even more. So this is probably going to be 10 shots. So, knowing that it comes across as a weaker variety of the M4. It's got its own charms. The higher rate of fire, little less recoil, but at the same time, the lethality, is it there? Is it not there? We're gonna check in hardcore. In standard, it looks a little weak. I didn't check the damage fall off to see if the damage fell off further away, or if there was any damage fall off at all. Some guns don't really have it. Like you can shoot, the close shot, you can shoot a far shot, and yet it'll still have the same damage, like the same lethality, no matter the distance, unless you go exceedingly far, like the 101 or 106 that I had the other day with the FR. Now, a little bit of a story time. My Xbox Elite controller that I use, I thought it was suffering from some stick drift, and I thought I was going to have some stick issues, and I thought, okay, I may have to send it out for repair. I might have to send it out to get it reconfigured and repaired, and I thought, well, that would kind of suck, because I just started the whole, but will it snipe thing. And I thought about the channel, and I'm like, well, I could put in some, filler in the channel, whether it be, Pokemon Unite or something completely different. And I thought I could fill in here or there, depending. Now, realistically, I was hoping that there was a way to fix it without having to send it out. So my brother comes over, and he was helping. We were taking care of a clogged drain. Which, by the way, shop vac. Wet, dry shop vac to clear a clogged drain. You can pour the water down there, make sure you get a good suction on it, and then suck all the water out of the pipe, and it'll suck all the clogs out. It takes a bit, but you can do it. Now, after we got the drain clog cleared, I was like, maybe you can figure out why my stick drift is there. So we went to the Xbox accessories, and we looked it all over, and he's just like, yeah, something's not right. He's like, give me some isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip. I thought to myself, dude, what are you playing at? Well, sure enough, he dripped some isopropyl alcohol around the stick, because you could take the little top half of the sticks off on the Xbox Elite series. And when he did that, what happened was he was able to get some isopropyl down in the actual, around the stick itself, right around the ball where the stick essentially is getting the optical sensors. Because he explained, that was terrible. What he explained was that the optical sensors that are viewing the stick and the movement of the stick, if there's anything that's in there, like, I saw him, but I couldn't react in time. He said if there's anything in there that's causing the optical sensors to kind of have its, view thrown off, that it will appear as stick drift. Oof, this gun is not looking good. So, oof, sorry, dude. There's somebody there. So he dropped some isopropyl in there, and he cleaned it out. And then next thing you know, we turned it on, and sure enough, stick works perfect. I knew that was going to happen. But we got the stick all cleared up, and we took care of the stick drift issue. And now it works perfectly. I don't have any stick drift. I don't have any weird acceleration problems. Nothing. No issues whatsoever with it. And he explained why. Now, he also explained that the Dreamcast, the Sega Dreamcast, has a better stick system than this. Like the Dreamcast has a stick system where the sticks are magnetic, and it uses like magnetic waves to figure out where your stick position is. And it's called like magnetic hallways. It's weird. He was explaining it earlier, but it's a really superior system. Problem is it's patented. And with that patent, nobody else can use it. Come on, I had that. But at any rate, with it being patented, nobody else can use it. So, you know, sucks to be everybody else, I guess. I knew that was going to happen. I knew I was eventually going to meet my demise somewhere. I've never gotten a nuke, you know that? Not in Team Deathmatch, not in Warzone, not in anything. I've never had a nuke. And it's because I don't play well enough. Well, I don't think it would even matter if I had it's just things like that right there. Like my accuracy sometimes takes a nosedive. And it happens to everybody. Even if I played with mouse and keyboard, I don't think it would change anything. I think I would still have struggles. It's just one of those things I deal with. But then again, it's never my goal to get a nuke, to be honest. I saw him there, but I just didn't turn in fire fast enough. That was awful accurate. Thanks. That was awful accuracy. I had that coming. I shot my teammate prior, so I kind of had it coming. I deserve that. Really? Now, wait a minute. I pulled the pin on that thermobaric. And when I pulled the pin on that thermobaric, it should have started the primer and caused the grenade to go off where I died. Kind of like martyrdom. Which, by the way, if you ever want to revive the old martyrdom perk, easiest way to do that: cook a grenade. Just pull the pin on a grenade, cook it, and let him shoot you. I'm gonna end up getting shot real quick here, because coming up on somebody, I know I am. I can feel it. My senses are tingling. My sixth sense. Also, I have another story to tell. I saw him and I ignored it. I thought, oh yeah, well it's fine, don't worry about it. But then I was like, wait, that's an enemy. And I turned back and I was already dead. Now I got another story, and this one's actually about Hearthstone. Now, for those of you that don't know Hearthstone, Hearthstone's a card game that was brought out by Blizzard. And yeah, Blizzard's got monetization things, and Blizzard's kind of scummy at times. But Hearthstone's heard that. I heard the mine go off, but like I didn't see it, so I just blocked it out of my mind. Anyhow, wow, spawned in the same spot again. So Hearthstone, anyway, is a card game. As a card game, it's a decent free to play little card game, especially now that you can get what are called catch-up packs. Catch-up packs allow you to catch up to other players that have been playing standard all along, and will give you anywhere between 50 to 200 cards, depending on, like, I guess, depending on how many cards you can get. The free catch-up packs, but nevertheless, it's a good way to get started into the game. However, the I was concentrating so hard on that. Anyhow, it's easy enough to get into the game, but being able to really learn how to play the game and learn how to pilot the decks is a different thing. Is a different story altogether. And there's obviously a certain amount of like luck involved to it. So earlier today, this is the story. I had a bit of an RNG issue with Hearthstone. And wow, that was a terrible dive. I mean, I survived the mine, but didn't survive the bullets. So I had a terrible thing of RNG, which is random number generation. Now, the random number generation happens as such. Depending on what you cast, if it's random targets, it's obviously, it chooses at random, and so on and so forth. However, there's cards that say, cast something at random or targets chosen randomly. There's also other cards that say casts a spell of a random cost. Here's the thing. I had one game today in Hearthstone that literally got me raging, angry, because of how lucky the opponent was. He played a card that's called something tentacle. It's can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but it's a tentacle that casts a. I'm not playing either of those because you can't snipe on there. It's a tentacle that casts a spell with a random cost, starting at 1, then working up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 in succession. Every time he needed a spell, he would play it, and it would cast one at random. So he played one at like turn 2 or turn 3, and it cast a spell that gave him a bonus to his minions. And then he turned around and he cast a spell at turn 5. I was just on 6-star. I'm not doing it again. I'm going to find a map where I can possibly snipe. This gives me time to also tell the story. On turn 5, he cast another one of those tentacles, and it gave him Brawl. Now, Brawl says it throws all enemies into the Brawl ring. They pretty much fight to the death, and one is chosen as a winner at random. But mind you, I was playing a deck where I can summon minions without actually playing the minions. I'm going to vote Rust, but it's probably going to be Shipment. Anyhow, I play a deck where it summons the minions based on me casting spells. I cast certain spells. I am not playing on shipment. I have a little chance to actually vote it up for Rust. Nope, not playing shipment. So, I was playing the no minion mage, where it was summoning minions by... It doesn't actually play minions in the deck, but it summons them via other spells. Turn 5 comes around, and this guy is just... He hits Brawl, and I had just gotten 4 minions on board by casting a couple of spells. Wipes them all out. His minion wins, the 1/1 tentacle. Turn 7 rolls around, and he gets another board wipe spell at random. Turn 10 rolls around, and he plays one that's a 9-cost spell. And it chooses, of the 2 9-cost spells, it chooses one. That one, mind you, this was a very close game in terms of life total. When the spell went off, it did 10 damage across all enemies, which I had some minions out, and it took me down to 6 life. And it summons a random 10-cost minion. Now, in this case, I would have survived, except out of the 11 or 12 minions that it could have cast, it managed to cast one whose ability says at the end of your turn, summon a 6/7 creature that attacks a random enemy, which kills me. So essentially, he got astronomically high percentage of winning and of survival. Good. It's a lot of bullets. I didn't even do it. I'm trash right now. He got an astronomical stroke of luck, getting all those cards happening exactly how he wanted them to. And I sat there and I was livid. The percentage of getting all of those cards in that order was like less than 1%. I was done after that. I was like, nope, not playing Hearthstone today. Not after that string of bad luck. And so now I'm here doing these video recordings for Call of Duty at night. So far, when it comes to dealing with the lethality of this gun, I've noticed that it's got a very short lethality range. There was something coming up behind me. It's got a very short lethality range. I think it might top out at like 50, 60 meters. Not something that I would say is snipe worthy, but I mean, maybe if you get a headshot, you can pull it off. Maybe. I haven't seen anybody aside from the first person that killed me in the game. I'll tell you that time. Yep.
Friendly mosquito deployed.
Really like to know how she managed to get behind me. There was only one way to go, and she managed to come around my left-hand side, which was in here. Thanks, team! Which was on my left-hand side, which is the way I was looking. How did she get behind me? It's a mystery for the ages, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not doing well. I'm playing like garbage. Could be that I didn't have a whole lot of sleep. Because the neighbors have a dog, and the dog's been rather loud lately. And late at night has been loud. What are you looking over there for, dude? Nobody comes that way. You heard that, right? My second shot went off and did not hit him. I fired 2 shots, and only 1 actually hit him. Which was tragic because I missed that first shot. That's such a shame. Like I said, I'm not playing well. I'm playing very poorly right now. Maybe I should get Spore Yard or something. Hopefully. I don't know. I missed all those shots. This is not coming together for me right now.
Enemy UAV active.
It's cooked.
The enemy holds the lead. Clock ticking. Hostile care package incoming.
Oh, okay. It's gotta be over there.
I said moving to my mark. Hostile counter UAV overhead.
This is not going well. This is just it's
Friendly UAV online.
me playing badly and playing on maps where I'm not good. This is just me doing poor play on top of poor play on top of poor play. Somebody's got a latency variation.
Hostile mosquito is online.
It's not gonna matter. It really isn't.
Hostile UAV in the area.
It was about a 60-meter shot,
Location.
and yet nothing. Yep. This game's long over. And I don't see this being able to do a long shot. I really don't.
Hostile care package deployed.
And the reason I say I don't think it's going to be able to do a long shot, I mean, realistically look at it. Thanks, team. If you look at the amount of distance I had to that guy that was crouched behind the police vehicle,
Mosquito.
yeah. There was no, I didn't have enough range. So, like, I hit him in the upper torso. Yeah, look at that. That's 58 meters and it's 2 shots. It's not good enough. Now, this gun cannot snipe. It is
We're getting hit hard.
pretty well documented that it can't make it.
UAV active. Hostile mosquito is online.
Yeah, that one's over. I played poorly too. Like this That right there was by far one of the worst rounds I've ever played. I probably went, what, 12 and 20? Yep, 12 and 21. One of the worst rounds I've ever played. But yeah, the M13B can't snipe. We're 58 meters, and it was a double tap to the chest. It can't. It's pretty well cashed in your chips on it. I still don't have the STG-44 yet, but I'm getting there. Hey, what's this? That's kind of a cool looking thing. So what's the next one? What's the next weapon for the gunsmith? I say gunsmithing, but the Chimera. It has even less range than the M13B. Oof. What did I unlock that I haven't looked at yet? LNG? What's it that I unlocked that I have not looked at yet? I just get this sinking suspicion that this gun's not going to be that good either. But you never can tell. Sometimes you can be delightfully surprised by weapons. So I'm willing to give it a fair shake. I'm willing to see what it can do. But that's going to be next round. It's going to be next time. And even though I played poorly, and even though I got a little off topic and got a little distracted, I still had fun. I had a great time. I hope you did too. Tune in next time for more But Will It Snipe featuring the Chimera. And as always, have a great evening, a fantastic tomorrow, and have a good one.